All right, y'all should be able to hear me now. Y'all should be able to hear me now. I swear, take 2 weeks off and then you absolutely have no idea what you're doing. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now though? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let me see. Go. Still no sound? Oh, okay. Yeah, they can hear me now. Oh, okay, I just pulled up a preview. I can hear myself. All right, bet. All right, back to what I was saying. I was saying backstage. Nah, LaShawn, your stuff ain't broken. It was me, dog. Backstage every Thursday, I always be turning up, dancing to the intro music, man, and get hyped, get ready to go. And yeah, now y'all can hear me. All right, bet. Cool. What's going on, everybody? It's the Ike's Tech Talk weekly live stream. Y'all know how it goes down on a Thursday night with your boy Ike. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Yo, y'all too much, man. What up? He said, made you upset? Nah, LaShawn, it's all good, dog. Just me having issues. Y'all know how it goes. All right, got a pretty dope show lined up, man. We've been talking pretty heavy about Pixel. I do have some Pixel stuff, obviously. You already know. That I do want to talk about. I try to base everything off what's interesting for me or whatever. I skipped WWDC. What else happened in between then? Quite a bit has happened. But yeah, I did skip WWDC. I did watch the event and everything, just skip talking about it with y'all. From what I can remember, same as last year in terms of how I feel. Good quality of life stuff. The check-in feature is absolute fire. I wish I would have had that for when my son hopped on a plane. He came in from Texas. I wish I would have had that feature or a feature similar to that, because he be not wanting to check in and stuff, thinking he grown when he like 8. But anyway, check-in feature was dope. The airdrop nearby stuff is really dope too. I didn't care too much for the watch stuff. It was whatever. The rest of the phone stuff was kind of meh. I don't really dig too much into iPad OS, so that was kind of whatever. Mac OS is whatever. I pretty much only use it for Final Cut Pro. Vision Pro was dope. I did like what I saw with Vision Pro, the whole headset thing, but it's way out of my price bracket. So I'm already booking plane tickets to go try to play around with Mim's unit or whatever, because I already know he's doing his thing. I wish I ordered 2 Xiaomi 13 Ultras, Juan. I'm still trying to get money together to order the first one. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But yeah, like I said, we missed WWDC, but honestly, it is what it is. Some pretty cool stuff, but whatever. Besides that, I can't think of too many other things that I didn't already pull up article-wise that, I want to talk about or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and keep it on moving. But shout out to Kia, first one to hop in the chat. What's up? She said, what's up? I see Umar is in the building as well. What up, man? Hope everything is good with you. JoJo is in the building. What up, JoJo? Hope everything is good with you. LaShawn said, Ike, you're late. I know, man. I know. I was late. Daddy duty, man. What can I say? Juan's crazy, man. I demand entertainment. What's going on, Juan? Hope everything is good with you as well. Yo, Evan, what's up? Hope everything's good with you on Not in Maine. And then a lot of no sound. Y'all can't hear me. Oh, man. Hey, Gigi in the building. What up? Hope everything is good with you, ma'am. Gwendolyn G as well. What's up? Hope everything is good with you on that end. Hey, Umar got the moms a brand new laptop, a Dell XPS 13 for a steal. Not a deal steal, but just a metal steal. Umar, I got a question for you. Did you get pro support on that Dell XPS? And I'm going to tell you why once you answer. Pretty funny. Yo, Ron, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hope everything is good with you. 8 going on 30, bro. Forget 18. 8 going on 30, dog. Oh, man. All right, looks like we got through roll call. That's what's up. But yeah, Umar, let me know if you got pro support on that Dell XPS, man. Let me know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the first one. Like I said, I told you I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Like I said, I do got some Pixel stuff. I think everything else for the most part is pretty much talking about Pixel. I'm turning into a Pixel fanboy, huh? I guess so. But either way, this first one is not about Pixel. Let me make sure I remember how to do this. All right, we got the One Plus Fold coming in the building. So we got some early leaks, some early rumors talking about what we can expect for this particular foldable. Like I told y'all earlier in the year, man, I think 2023 is the year that I fully go 100% full time in on a foldable. We got a couple of dope options coming out, man. We got the One Plus here. We obviously got Pixel Fold right around the corner. June for some of us, July, unfortunately, for others. But yeah, like I said, either way. Umar said she enjoys it, but the modem drivers are making me fight for my life. Haven't figured out the Bluetooth ones yet. Did you go to Dell.com/support, plug in her service tag on the bottom, and then hit check for drivers to try to check for drivers that way? Just a thought. Just a thought. But yeah, I will. Yeah, if he has pro support, we'll get into how I know that. But anyway, so we got One Plus Fold in the building. I guess that this is probably not what it's gonna look like, but we did get some leak renders on what we can kind of expect it to look like. So Foldable Mania is. Oh, can y'all see that? Let me make that bigger for y'all. Haha, there y'all go. Foldable Mania is here, it seems. Both Pixel Fold and Motorola's new Razr are days from launch. And we know that Samsung is soon to debut their next line of Z Flip and Z Fold products. It now seems that it won't be long before OnePlus shows off their first foldable too. A foldable thought to be called the OnePlus V Fold. Renders of it have now arrived for us to discuss. Released this week by On Leaks, these first renders have apparently created based off a prototype device that I'm going to assume is in the hands of accessory makers. These renders are almost always accurate, so you should take these seriously if OnePlus devices continue to be on your radar, which they definitely should be. The OnePlus V Fold will reportedly feature a triple rear camera, blah, blah, blah. A triple rear camera in circular housing branded with Hasselblad that includes a periscope lens. Thank you. Everything needs periscope. Obviously, besides flips, because they can't fit it. But if you fold in book style or you a slab, you absolutely need to have a periscope now, man. No excuses, no passes whatsoever for that. But anyway, includes a periscope lens for a good time in the zoom department. We'll also see the standard OnePlus alert slider. Dope. Side-mounted fingerprint reader within the power button. Dope. Triple speaker system, which is kind of, no, I think, don't most foldables have? Oh, I take that back, because most foldables have double, right? Because I know like my Z Fold has one at the bottom here and then one at the top there. So that's pretty dope. A whole extra speaker. So triple speaker system and a metallic construction. OnePlus may offer the phone with a variety of backplate finishes as well, with leather being one such option. If we can take a vote on this OnePlus, let me get a sandstone back OnePlus Fold. That would be fire. That would be absolute fire. Yo, Easy, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Hope everything is good with you on that end, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hey, Shay Queen is still a Nation Kennedy in the building. What up? Hope everything is good with you. Yo, Barry, I don't know if I said what's up, man, but just in case, what's up? Hope everything is good with you, man. Top flight security of the world. I know I called out LaShawn, but just in case, what up, LaShawn? Y'all, he's streaming tomorrow. Y'all already know. We're not getting ignorant tomorrow. It's gonna be open mic night, so stay clean, but make sure that y'all check out LaShawn tomorrow evening. I know Juan and TK more than likely will be going live tonight after me at 11, around that time tonight too. So stay tuned for both of those streams, party people. Hey, I got Grogu in the building. What up? Nicest in tech you are. Thank you, Grogu. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm drinking my juice out of my Father's Day mug. Every year, the fam gets me a new mug for my collection. Now we got the Chicago Bulls in the building with the logo right there. Pretty dope, if I may say so myself. Last year, they got me a Venom one because they know Venom's my favorite character in all of Marvel for the most part. So, hey, Easy dropping a podcast tonight after the stream. So there you go. Easy dropping a podcast. Y'all already know. Stay tuned for that as well. Appreciate you for letting me know, Easy. All right, but back to the OnePlus V Fold. So rest of the design elements take from the renders are flatter, boxer overall design vibes. Not that Samsung's the foldables are extra curvy, blah, 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 blah. They're talking about their thoughts more so. I don't really care about their thoughts for the most part. I just want to see what this device is going to look like. So looking pretty good. AT&T's in the building talking about we got another victim. I don't know who you talking about, AT&T, because I for darn sure don't have no service with y'all. But either way, OnePlus V Fold, this is what it's supposed to look like. So nice, large outer cover. We're definitely not going to have none of the super narrow of the Z Fold 4 going on, which I applaud that. Good stuff, good stuff. Obviously, you can see that periscope lens there on the left. Supposedly, in the terms of the main sensor, we're getting I'm done with you, AT&T. We're getting the Sony IMX890, which I think is on the OnePlus 11. And the OnePlus 11 camera samples, from what I've seen, is actually really, really dope. So definitely dope. I'm honestly just happy that we're getting the trifecta, all three: the periscope, the ultra wide, and the normal wide. So yeah. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. The whole AT&T Pixel Fold for what is it, 3 years, 36 months, I think they said, and you get it for like $900 or something crazy like that. Yeah, I don't have AT&T, and I don't know if I would do 3 years personally, but hey, if you're with AT&T, man, and you think it's a good deal, go for it. Hey, Michael, what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you. He said it's crazy that LG teased a rollable 3 years ago, and we still haven't seen anything close to the consumer market for that. Very true, man. It might be a thing where they just feel as though a lot of people wouldn't be interested in it. I don't know, but that's definitely a good topic to bring up for sure. But this is what the OnePlus Fold is going to look like when you have it open. Obviously, big, wide open inner display. Pause. As far as specs, we still got rumors, but as of right now, we got a Snapdragon. They're saying an 8 Plus Gen 2. I didn't even know we were getting a plus version of the Gen 2, but either way, even if it's just the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, that's going to be a dope processor to have in that. Efficiency is really dope with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, 2K 120 hertz, 50 megapixel 4,800 milliamp hour battery. Nice. Only 200 milliamps off of most slabs. This is the crazy part though. 100-watt charging. And you know, since it's OnePlus, it's gonna be in the box, man. That's the crazy part. 100-watt charging in the box, man. So like I said, this is definitely gonna be dope. Obviously, we're hearing rumors of an August launch. So that's also right around the corner too, man. So hopefully I'll be able to pick one of these up to take a look at for the channel, because I'm definitely interested, man. Obviously, I'm all in on Pixel Fold, but this is definitely something that's on my radar too that I would love to cop, definitely to have. So, like I said, I think this is the year for sure that I go all in on foldables. It's just going to be a matter of, is it going to be the OnePlus foldable? Is it going to be the Pixel Fold? I highly doubt it's going to be the Z Fold 5, only just because it's like with so many other options that are going to be better setups in the camera department. I'm kind of like, nah, like in all honesty, if I'm going to go all in on a fold, it's got to at least be able to give me like performance, and I won't even say performance on par with like its flagship counterpart, because you can't fit certain specs on a foldable. You just can't. But even if Samsung were to just offer the trifecta, like just give us a periscope, give us the periscope, the ultra wide, and the normal wide, obviously, like I'm sure most people would be content with just that, because these foldables are looking very thin compared to the Z Fold 4, and they're still featuring periscope cameras. I mean, yeah, they do have bulges on the back, pause, but I think at some point Samsung's gonna have to let go of that whole we're trying to focus on the design integrity, because it's making your product suffer from a feature standpoint, man. 3X ain't enough no more. So that's my thoughts on it. But either way, man, next article is actually a older one. Yo, Bradley, what's up, man? Hope everything is good on that end. Dude, I know you got that storm coming through. Please make sure that you stay safe, homie. Please make sure that you stay safe. Like I said, I'm in Florida, so like I said, I know hurricane season typically isn't any joke, but yeah, man, please stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Umar said, I hope now that the OnePlus 12 gets a periscope lens. I thought that they were talking about that, doing a periscope lens on the OnePlus 12. I thought so. But we'll see. We'll see next year. But either way, that's the OnePlus V Fold. Next article is an older one. It's an older article, but it was one that I held on to that I really, really wanted to get into and really wanted to talk about. And it's 5 features Google Pixel should take from third-party Android skins. Pixel software is Google's true version of Android, but other Android versions have some great software ideas that Google should adopt. A lot of these, I agree with Ben 110%. Shout out to Ben Sin, who, if y'all don't know, he has the YouTube channel Ben's Gadget Reviews. He reviews everything. He reviews the heavy hitters from what we get here in the States domestically. He reviews all the imports. He reviews everything. So definitely go and give his channel a look. He's an absolute beast when it comes to the reviews, man. So shout out to Vincent for the dope article. And like I said, for a lot of these features, man, I do agree with him on. So let's just go right into the list. I'm not going to really cover any of the other stuff. Number 1 is obviously, and y'all know the biggest one for me personally. Look, Barry even said it, though. Barry even said it. Yo, Sean, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you, big homie. Yo, Barry even said it. Floating windows. Yes. Every other, put the kids away, cover their ears real quick. Every other, gosh darn. See, I almost let it out, but I caught myself. Every other Android manufacturer has some implementation of floating windows. Every single one of them. Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus, Xiaomi, Huawei. Who doesn't even get access to Google Apps anymore? Like, dude, like Google, this is what? Like, why? Makes me so mad. Jeez, man. Yo, Jason, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you on that end, homie. But this is something like, as heavy as I feel about the iPhone not having split screen, that's how I feel about Google not having floating windows on the Pixel. I get it. Not a lot of people use it. It's very niche, man. But like, with them coming out with Pixel Tablet and Pixel Fold, they got no excuse that we need to have this. And I know that they're working on it now because they got that whole little freeform feature that a lot of people are throwing around with the desktop mode. Literally, just bring that to the normal Android user interface for your tablets and your foldables, man. Like, you need this ASAP. Like, Google, y'all should have already had this. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't use it. It's a very niche feature, but I'm telling you, man, this feature is so dope. It is so dope. Literally have a YouTube video playing up top. I'm doing like finances on the bottom half of my screen. Can pull up a calculator and then dismiss it to the side for a little bit if I don't need it right then and there. I personally like Samsung's implementation probably the best, just because the little nav bar, you just click it and you got all those options. Plus, Samsung tends to let you force all apps to do it, where some of the other manufacturers, it's more so if the app support it, you can kind of force it, but they don't always work. But Samsung tends to be, in terms of compatibility, the one that I've used, like out of all the UIs that I've used, to actually allow you to be able to do it. But yeah, man, I just happen to see this poll, kind of caught my attention. But yeah, this is one, Google, y'all need this, dog. Especially come like on a tablet, y'all definitely need this. Y'all definitely need this. Look, I just said this. Literally every Android phone lets us open apps in smaller windows like this, except the Pixel. Google, fix it. Fix it. I'm done with y'all. Hey, Jeff, what up, man? What's going on, LFA? I hope everything is good with you, big homie. But seriously, no, Sean never disappoints. I see his comment up there, but I ain't messing with him. But anyway, yeah, this is something that absolutely, man, should be a thing. Like, the power is definitely there for sure. Like, and Samsung, Oppo, all of them have been doing floating apps for years at this point, man. Excuse me, had to take a sip, but I don't know, man. Like, Google, y'all are slacking with that. You got another good implementation there. Obviously, you got split screen, which all Android phones can do split screen, but have your little messages going off on the side. And you can kind of do this with Google Messages because you have like the little bubbles and then you turn them into bubbles and, you know, they go all over the place and all that stuff. But yeah, just give us support for all apps, man. Like I said, especially even if it just becomes a feature that's only on your foldable. Okay, I'm fine with that. But please, Google, geez Louise. Next up, he's saying a segregated space for private files. So obviously, as Floss was saying, you got your thought protection. So you got your secure window, privacy system, all your different ins and outs, all again, manufacturers for the most part, I think besides Google has something like this. Now they kind of have some things like baked into different sections in their apps. So like Google Photos, for example, you can have a hidden folder that you can lock behind like your fingerprint or something like that, but they don't have like a whole, you get a whole separate phone when you set up your little secure stuff or whatever. So I would like to see this too. I really wouldn't use it, but for those, who maybe have a work device and maybe have a personal, device or whatever, you can kind of combine them into one. Keep your work stuff locked away in your secure folder, and then you got all your personal stuff on the personal side. So, like I said, I personally wouldn't use it, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a dope feature for the phone to have. So, definitely dope in that one. This is another big one. Like, and the thing is, I think the Pixel tablet has this. I should have tried it today at Best Buy, but I didn't. I did get a chance to go play with the Pixel tablet. No, I'm not ordering one, but it's definitely dope. I needed to go and test out if you could do top and bottom split screen multitasking, and you can as long as you rotate the tablet. So, like, obviously in that landscape orientation, it doesn't make much sense to do split screen because the windows would be really narrow or whatever. But if you rotate it, you can do top and bottom, because I'm pretty sure whatever the Google Pixel tablet does in terms of software, Pixel Fold is going to be very similar to that. Just because it's literally going to be like having a Pixel 7 Pro when you have it closed, and then a Pixel tablet when you open it. So I needed to test that out, but I should have tested this out. But yeah, double tap to lock and unlock the screen. I don't know why this isn't a thing already. So he's saying that the Pixel has an unusual power button placement, which that just depends on what phones you've used in the past. Because if you've only used Pixels, it's not unusual. It's just everybody else does it a different way. But either way, long story short, what this is if you just tap on any blank space on your home screen, it'll lock your phone or whatever the case may be. If you double tap the always on display, it'll turn your phone back on essentially, and you can then authenticate and get in your phone. So it does a couple of things. One, you don't have to always reach for the power button. And then two, you don't have to add additional wear to your power button. You just double tap and it locks your phone and you're good. So like I said, this one isn't quite as major as floating apps for me, but I definitely would love to see it come to the Pixel software for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. And I think this is the biggest quote right here, not just for these features, but for a lot of this stuff, because it's like, you got to think about it from the perspective of this. A lot of these third-party skins and softwares, features that Google doesn't have, a lot of those manufacturers have to kind of tinker and hack these things to work. Stuff like Surface Duo, when foldables first came out and were a thing, Android wasn't built to run that way. So they had to do a lot of hacking and, just like unstable things to try to get this stuff to work properly. Whereas if Google just builds it directly into Android, then it becomes native. It's something that's core. You don't have to, hack and, MacGyver or none of that other stuff to get your stuff to work. You just call that particular service or call that feature, call that API, and you're good, man. And you're good. So, like I said, man, I don't know. That's definitely something that should be there for sure, though. More gestures to trigger actions. This one he's saying in terms of like all like your screen off gestures, swipe down with 3 fingers, this type of stuff. In all honesty, this is one I'm honestly cool with what the Pixel already does in this regard. Like, I'm honestly not, too mad about it or anything like that. In all honesty, for this one, when it comes down to gestures for triggers, it's like cool if they have it, but it's not the end of the world for me personally. But I do know like you have a couple of cool things, like with ColorOS and like OnePlus, when you have the screen off, you can like swipe down with 2 fingers and it's like play and pause for like if you're listening to music and stuff. I never use that stuff on any of my OnePlus devices, and I've never used the ColorOS device. So like I said, for me, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm sure for the people who have those devices, they probably use that feature. But if Pixel didn't adopt that, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. And then the last one, the article kind of just randomly scrolled there. But the last one, Pro Mode in the camera app. Now, y'all already know this is one that I definitely don't need. I'm like the king of point and shoot and call it a day, right? But for like my people like Barry, for my people like Scoop, who are really into photography and want to have, all controls over every aspect of the camera, I could definitely see why we would want this. Now, I think out of all of these, this is probably the one that I think Google would really put resources into doing. And the reason I say that is because the whole point, at least from what I understand about Google's camera like app, how they have everything set up and laid out, is they are solely focused on you being able to just take it out your pocket, launch the camera app, shoot, take a picture, and be done with it. Like they've never really done anything in terms of like a pro mode or pro feature. Like I mean, they have some pro features like raw and things like that, but like I said, this is probably the one that I see them doing the least. But I know that this would be major, major if they did it for a lot of people, man. So like I said, shout out to those people, man. I hope that Google does bring this just for y'all, so y'all can take full advantage of it, dude. But like I said, it's probably one I would probably never use personally. But for those that would, I really would love to see it for y'all. 100%. But he said adding these feature also standardizes them for all Android phones. So it's like once you add those features, there's no feature gaps between some of the different skins and stuff like that. If you add the double tap to unlock and lock, well, now every Android phone does that. You add floating windows natively. Now every Android phone handles it in the same way, the same, it's standard across the board is what he's getting at, man. But I think a lot of these would be really, really solid, man. Seriously. Seriously. I think that these would be really, really solid. And he even mentions the Pixel Fold here, where he's like, the fact that the Pixel Fold is going to give us a larger screen, but still limits us to just split screen multitasking is a waste of screen space. And I agree with him. It is true. If you're going to have that big of a display, let me do stuff all over the screen. You know what I mean? Let me run two extra floating apps or whatever, just for better productivity. Like it doesn't even have to necessarily have a particular use, but for the most productive of us, and I would definitely say that I'm more of a productivity focused user than I would say like a camera snob or anything. But yeah, I definitely would love to see Google do floating windows at the very least, man. Like that's the big one for me. Like that is the big one for me. But either way, those were some of the features that Ben was saying that they should definitely add. But at the end of the day, man, whether Google will add them or not is left to be seen. Is left to be seen. So obviously, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Got a little poll here. Which foldable are you the most excited about? The Moto Razr, the Z Flip 5, Z Fold 5, Pixel Fold, and OnePlus V Fold. Honestly, for me, this is kind of flipped. Pixel Fold would be obviously first for me. Oh, never mind. I'm reading it wrong. Pixel Fold it is the number one. I'm just reading it wrong because the way that they ordered it. But yeah, Pixel Fold is definitely the one I'm the most excited about, followed by the OnePlus. Then I would probably say, I don't know, that Moto Razr does look fire though. I probably would say the Fold 5. And I mean, not so much about excited, but just because I'm not a flip person. So I wouldn't really have much excitement for either of those two. But like if we're just looking at folds, Pixel Fold, OnePlus Fold, and then Z Fold 5 for the most part. And I'm honestly not that excited for the Z Fold 5 based off of the rumors, based off of what we know so far. Let's see. I'm so done with you, AT&T. How could you come in the chat taking over? Taking over. Hey, T Hop, what up? What up? Hope everything is good with you on that end. What up? What up? What up? Y'all crazy. Whoever is the AT&T troll, I'm done. I hate how that emoji bubble. Yeah, I know, Jojo. I agree. Like when you use the little bubble, yeah. I agree. That's why we need floating apps or floating windows. So we could just make a Google Messages floating window. Plus if like the biggest pro for me to use like floating windows over bubbles is because bubbles is strictly for that conversation. So like say for example, if I have a bubble with my wife, it's that conversation. Whereas a app in a floating window, I can leave that conversation, go to a different conversation and send a message. Like it's just way more versatile. And I feel like a device like the Pixel Fold is primed to be super versatile from the cameras, from going in from a phone to a tablet. Like it's just meant to be versatile. So just add that, Google. Just add that. Stop playing games. Stop playing games. I appreciate that, Sean. I appreciate that. Put heat in my stream. I appreciate that. Oh man. Barry said, "Bring me pro mode." I already know it, man. I already know it. Hey, what up, James? My anime brother from another mother. Hey, I did check out the information on Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Supposedly 23 episodes, dog. I'm ready. I'm ready. He said he got the 14-inch MacBook Pro and then got the 2018 iPad Pro 12.9-inch 1 terabyte. Hey, dope setup, man. Dope setup, dog. Nice. Congratulations, dude. Enjoy, enjoy. Brad said, I want that pro mode on the Pixel. Had so much fun with it on the Lumias. Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people that would want pro mode on Pixel for sure. Yeah, at least let us do split screen on half of it, like the Fold, or even that would be dope too, Michael. Yeah, that would be pretty fire too. I didn't even think about that. That would be pretty fire. Yeah. So yep, it would be 3 apps, and then you could do forward picture in picture. Yeah, that would be fire. I'd be down for that. Some people wouldn't use it, and that's okay. But just for those who want it to be super niche, there you go. I just busted out my Vivo X Fold, and the recent update has brought things I've been waiting for. Split screen in either orientation for more apps, taskbar at the bottom. Hey, that's what's up, MPT. Glad that you held on to that so you could be able to let us know about that, man, for sure. Because I was able to play with, and I'm pretty sure the Pixel Fold is going to operate the same way as the Pixel tablet because they both kind of have that long versus tall aspect ratio. So with the Pixel tablet, you can't do, like, if I have it in the normal tablet orientation, you can't do top and bottom multitasking. And I kind of get it because, like, if you would want to run a YouTube video, you'd get almost like when you do flex mode on a Samsung Fold, how is that real narrow and like a super small version of the video because the flex mode aspect ratio. It would be like that. And that's just not a good viewing experience, in my opinion. So I can pretty much say, I'm not going to say for certain because I don't have the Pixel Fold, but you're on the Pixel Fold, you'll have to rotate it so that way it sits like, because like right now, this is Pixel Fold. This is this orientation. Why I'm doing that when I could just go top down? Good grief. So let me move my mug. This is Pixel Fold. Like this orientation right here. It's like this is literally the Pixel Fold. And in order to do top and bottom multitasking, you have to turn it this orientation, and then you can go top and bottom. Because if you were to go split screen in this orientation, well, we can fold the fold in half. That's not going to be a very good app experience, in my opinion. Like watching videos in flex mode here, I mean, yeah, it's usable. Yeah, it's cool because you got flex mode. But like trying to watch a little square video, it's not the best experience when you can just turn it this way, and then you can fold the Pixel Fold into flex mode and have like a full screen YouTube video at the top here, and at the bottom, do something else with a different application. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm assuming Pixel Fold is gonna handle it. Because the Pixel tablet handles it in that exact way. It just obviously doesn't fold. So that's kind of my thoughts on it, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, 291 Tech. What up? What up? What up? You said Moto Razr and Pixel. Yeah, the Moto Razr does look dope, man. I kind of want to go play with one for sure. Hey, I'm T-Mobile as well, James. All day, every day, sir. Oh, the magenta one? Yes. Is that a T-Mobile exclusive here in the States, the magenta joint? But it does look good, man. He said, I don't need a phone, but I might buy it used in a couple of years when it's only a few $100. Yeah, because you already know it's going to drop pretty quick, man. It's already like a grand. So I would say it's already pretty affordable for what it is, in my opinion. Yo, Lulu, what up? What up? Hope everything is good with you. Hope everything is good with you. Yo, Zenfone 10 does look dope, man. Does look dope. Hey, the anime podcast logo is on the way. Shoot it over. The blue looks sick as well, but magenta is Pantone color of the year. Last year, winner was Very Perry, is sort of purple. Okay, okay. So the magenta is exclusive to the Moto site and to T-Mobile. Okay, that's what's up. I could see that. It's magenta. T-Mobile's magenta. Yeah. We know how that goes. All right, but let's go ahead and get into this last article. The last portion is just a little fun little video I'm gonna play for y'all. I know most of y'all probably already seen it, but I want to watch it again. At least one of them, because it's a little series. But we're gonna watch at least one of them. Y'all already know it's coming. And if y'all know me, y'all already know exactly which one of the videos we're gonna watch too. So, But let's get into this last article, man, because like I said, this one is more so just to educate, because I've seen a lot of, I don't know if it's confusion, and I don't, that's like, because there's a difference between like ignorance, and I don't mean ignorant in like the hostile way of like, oh, you ignorant. Like, no, like pure ignorance as in you just don't know, and like the intentional ignorance where you kind of know that it's not, you know, what it seems to be, but you're still kind of putting it out there just because kind of thing. So I don't know which one it is, but we're gonna educate everybody, because y'all know that that's what I like to do. So why are apps, oh, the title up here is different from the title down here. Anyway, the title up here is why are apps so small on Pixel Tablet and Pixel Fold? And y'all can't even see that, but that's what the title of the tab is. So Google Pixel Tablet and Pixel Fold force apps into smaller windows. It's for the best. This is a really dope article. Shout out to Ben, not the same Ben as XDA, but a different Ben. But shout out to this Ben as well for this article. Honestly, I couldn't have explained it or any better myself. So let's go. As Pixel Tablet starts hitting doorsteps, some interesting behavior has been thrust into the public eye. For many Android apps, the Pixel Tablet and also the upcoming Pixel Fold force the app into a restricted, smaller window rather than stretching it out for the entire display. If you ask me, though, that's for the best. The main reason that Android tablets have struggled over the years isn't due to hardware or even Android itself. It's primarily because, and I added words, I know, primarily because the app ecosystem has long been lacking. It's far too common for Android apps to just ignore that big screens exist and instead focus on standard slabs, since after all, that's where most of the users are. Very valid point. Slowly, though, this is being fixed. Google has made a huge push with tablet optimized apps. Speaking of which, anybody who has a Fold, finally, 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 the YouTube app on Fold can now change its layout depending on which version, like which cover screen you're on. I gotta boot up the Z Fold 4 to show y'all this, because I am that excited about this. Because for the long, and this is another reason I kept telling people, look, even if you don't give two, excuse my French, two shits about the Pixel Fold, you don't like it, you think it's trash, you should be rooting for it to succeed, because guess who owns a lot of the first party apps that you're going to be using in terms of using a Google Android device? Google. As soon as Google coming out with a Pixel Fold, YouTube app gets updated to fix one of the biggest annoyances with the YouTube app on foldables. I can't wait to show y'all this. When I show y'all this, y'all gonna be like, that's so basic. Like, that wasn't there. It wasn't. It really wasn't there. But anyway, let's keep going while this boots up. So with foldables gaining steam, there's a bigger push than ever for Android apps to get better on these bigger screens. My bad, I'm just putting in my pen. That first boot. But in the meantime, there's still work to do. And Google's new big screen devices really shine a spotlight on apps that aren't optimized, as it should. Call them MFers out. When you open an app that isn't prepared for a bigger screen on the Pixel tablet or the Pixel Fold, the app is restricted to a smaller window that effectively wastes all of the screen's space. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, which Twitter, I'm pissed off because y'all got rid of third. And I know we're going off on a little bit of a tangent. Twitter, I'm pissed off with y'all because y'all eliminated third-party apps, and some of the third-party apps like Twitter clients actually had foldable, like a foldable layout. So they got rid of third-party apps and they're not offering anything better. Shame on you. Reddit, y'all are in the same boat. Like, y'all just got rid of third-party apps for the most part, and y'all first-party client is trash. I'm done with Reddit at this point. Instagram, I don't even need to have that conversation because Instagram doesn't work on anything that isn't a slab smartphone, and that includes the iPad. Instagram developers have no interest on making any other app unless it's for just a normal slab smartphone. But anyway, those are just some key examples. As each app will open in a very small window, the Pixel experience handles this by allowing you to double tap to move the app to the center. To move the app from the center to either side of the display, which does make handling a bit easier. So you can tap on the blank space and it'll move the app over and shift. So like if you wanted to say like hold your open foldable in one hand, you could just double tap and it'll move the app so you can still use it, whatever the case may be. Personally, I'm hugely in favor of this. Having these apps in smaller windows makes them more usable. That is very true. And I'll show you what Twitter looks like when it's just blown up across the screen. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna clear out some stuff. Oh, I was listening to Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. Me and my daughter love Billie Eilish. Everything I Wanted. That's the only song I know by her too. Me and the little one be jamming out to it. Yes, I be trying to sing, y'all. No, I'm not about to sing Billie Eilish for y'all on camera though. All right, let me see. Let's start with Twitter. All right, so all right. Now I have Twitter, and I'm gonna bring in my 7 Pro as well. Make sure I go do not disturb because people be getting reckless. I need to go to following. All right. Y'all gonna be like, what in the actual hell? All right, let me get the top down. I'm gonna remove the screen just for a second so I can get this in big, y'all. All right, top down reaction. Look at this. A 6.7-inch screen shows more information than your large, almost 8-inch tablet. This is what it looks like when you just blow it up and spread it across the entire screen. Now, I'm going to rotate it because this is what Pixel Fold is going to look like. Let me rotate this. Z Fold, stop making a fool out of me. Darn it. Okay, now I got to force it to rotate, y'all. Hold on. My bad. All right, let's rotate that. This is what it would look like on Pixel Fold if they stretched it across the screen. Now tell me, can you stop sending me Teams messages work? Good grief. All right, that's what I was saying. Now, would you prefer for it to look, I don't have it pulled up anymore. Let me add that back. Now, would you prefer for it to look like this where the app isn't cut off and just a ton of blank space here? Or would you rather it look like this where at least once the app, it puts the app developer on notice so when they do update it, we can get a better app. But this is what it looks like. You can literally only see the one post right here, and then this is obviously down here. Whereas on my Pixel Fold, on my Pixel 7 Pro, I can see pretty much 2 articles here, or 2 Twitter posts. So that's kind of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about apps needing to be optimized for tablets. Yeah, I call her Billie Eilish, JoJo. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. You said I'm taking words out of your mouth about Reddit. Yeah, me and Umar have talked in DMs about Reddit, boy. And Umar, boy, y'all don't know. He can get heated. He can get heated, man. He can get heated. Jefe said, I'm agreeing with Ike. Appreciate that. I hope Reddit dies. I ain't even gonna lie. I hope Reddit dies. I love it because it's such a dope source of information. Like you can literally type in any question and add Reddit after it, and you're gonna find some type of answer. But like after they pulled their bullcrap, I deactivated my account. I don't even have a Reddit account no more. Yeah, Lulu even said it. Yeah, I agree. IG doesn't care for any other format. Billie Eilish. Yeah, Billie Eilish. Hey, Billie Eilish is legit, bro. I think the same. I don't know a lot of her songs by name, but like if I hear them, I'm like, oh, okay, that is her. She got a nice voice. She got a nice voice. And that's the thing, Brad. Like there's even instances of even on the iPad, apps not being optimized to what they should be. Like take Twitter, for example. Twitter on the iPad has like a full screen layout, but there's a ton of wasted space on the side, just like it is on the web version that they're not doing anything with. So it's like, do we really call that optimized, or are we just not complaining because they gave us a 3-column layout, even though that 3rd column is completely useless? So, like I said, man, it is what it is, but just wanted to point that out, man, because a lot of people don't understand what I be talking about when I'm like, yeah, apps for foldables, like you got to know what you're getting into. Me personally, I prefer this implementation because at least, you're going to get that app. It's not going to be all stretched out and busted. And I don't know what's going on with this crazy video from Clown World, but either way, like I said, man, I'm just not. Hold on. Somebody got a Pixel Fold case? What we looking at? Oh, Mark. Shout out to Mark. And this is what the actual picture is supposed to look like. This is your preview. Look at how much you got to scroll to get through that post. And it still doesn't show you the entirety of the post either. I know y'all can kind of see that, but yeah, like this is what I'm talking about, man. But anyway, let me show y'all YouTube real quick. Let me see. Rotate it this way. Go to my subscriptions. Make sure ain't nothing crazy in there. All right, we good with the subs. We good. Excuse me. Here we go with the subscriptions, right? Oh, let me make myself big. Hold on. I'll just remove that. All right. This is, lower that brightness a bit so y'all ain't blind. All right. This is the YouTube for the like unfolded layout. Super dope. You got your subs here, your subscription feed there. You go home, you got all your stuff there or whatever. Looks good. It's unfoldable. You should have more. Now, before, if I would fold this, it would go to like a smushed up version of this layout. But now, when I close that bad boy, I get the smaller layout right off the bat. I'm so happy that Google made this change. Like, y'all don't understand thanks to Hefe, pause. Y'all don't understand how big of a deal this is. Like, the whole purpose of a foldable is the continuity aspect, being able to go from the small, compact, one-handed, user-friendly to folding into a tablet and have that continuity, right? And for such a long time, it wasn't doing that. And so it would literally be like, you'd open it, you'd have the super squished up, one compact layout here on the unfolded side. You'd have to do and close out the app and then reopen the app to get it to open in the right orientation. Whereas now, shout out to IkesTechTalk. He's currently live streaming. Hit that like button if y'all here. Now you just fold it and boom, it gives you a way better layout. This is something that should have been here from the beginning. And this isn't Samsung's fault. This is not Samsung's fault. I don't want that to be misconstrued. Like, that was not Samsung's fault. It was Google's fault. Well, YouTube's fault, because even though they're owned by Google, it's independently ran. But it was YouTube's fault. And what did it take? Google to build a foldable and optimize their own apps. A Pixel Fold is a win for everybody, regardless if you buy it or not. It is a win because you're going to get better apps. You're going to get better support. Like, I be talking sometimes, and I feel like people don't be hearing me, man. They don't be hearing me. Hey, I didn't even realize it. You said I about to break 3K. Early congrats. Hey, about to break 3K. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for all loving the support, yo. Hey, T-Mobile for the win. You already know. James said, I just haven't logged into Reddit in such a long time. Oh, and you said, but now I don't have an incentive to go on to that. Yeah. And it's like, dude, how much I use Twitter, I used to use Reddit the same amount. I would just be scrolling, reading, and all of that stuff, man. And I don't want to do it anymore. Like, their CEO is a legit clown, bro. Like, this man tried to lie on Christian, the Apollo for iOS Reddit client, the developer. He tried to bold-faced lie on this kid, and what he didn't understand is that the dude is he's in Canada, and in Canada, when it comes to recording video calls, if one party consents, it's legal for him to record the call. He recorded the call and posted the call to the internet, and everybody heard the Reddit CEO sound like an idiot. It's like, bro, I'm just done. Like, Reddit really messed up with that. But anyway, let's continue on. So, in Google's eyes, this is how it's supposed to be, the whole bar interface or whatever the case may be. As Michelle Ramen, and I'm sorry if I butchered that, Michelle's that dude when it comes to the Android updates and stuff on Twitter. Google added an option to Android years ago, which forces apps to ignore the orientation and work in this way, but no Android manufacturers have adopted it prior to these new Pixels. Samsung, to its credit, does give users the choice here, with stretched out or forced portrait apps being the default behavior, and an option buried in the settings to force the aspect ratio and orientation the user chooses. Personally, I think Google has the better overall setup for two reasons. For one, it's just a better user experience to have many of these apps running in smaller sizes, because in many cases, they just work better. I just demonstrated that with Twitter. And beyond that, it appears to be some serious encouragement for developers to get to work on improvements. A member of the Twitter team tweeted the letterboxing on Twitter's Android app on the Pixel Fold and said that he would investigate, as if we don't know what the issue is, investigate why that happens, though in a reply hints that the resources just might not be there to really make improvements. Shout out to homie Elon, who's more worried about cage fighting with Zuckerberg. What do you think? Would you prefer if the Pixel tablet and Fold just left apps in their stretched out state, or is this better? Really, the ultimate solution Google should offer is the ability to choose, but that just isn't available today. Being someone who's had the option to choose between this layout and what I showed you on the Twitter, I'm fine with what Google's doing here. In all honesty, I'll double tap the blank space here, throw up another app on the side, and I'll be split screen multitasking and calling it a day, in all honesty. Because for the most part, for me, the only time I'm really gonna have the Pixel Fold opened is when I'm multitasking, when I need the bigger screen for something productivity wise, which Twitter and Reddit and all that stuff ain't productivity really for me. That's kind of just mindless scrolling. Or if I'm, trying to do something like watch content or something like that. Other than that, man, that 5.8 front cover screen is more than wide enough for me. Pause. But yeah, that was the article there, man. Now for this last one, I actually have to fix how I'm sharing because I got to share the actual tab so y'all can hear the audio. But I did pull up this new ad campaign that Google is running called Best Phones Forever. Best Phones Forever. So what Google seems to be trying to do, and in my opinion, it's a pretty smart move, and I'll tell you why. So the whole premise of these different ads and all of this stuff is to put Pixel devices next to the iPhone and talk about not necessarily things that the iPhone just is bad at or whatever. Like, it didn't seem like they were bashing the iPhone to me, really. But just more so kind of taking the iPhone, which in so many different areas and so many different regions is like the default phone, especially here in the United States, where I'm sure Google intends to sell probably the most Pixel phones, which is here in the States. So if someone's watching an ad and they have an iPhone, well, they're more likely to perk up and pay attention because it's their phone. Now, some people are just not going to care. It is what it is, but it's an ad. It was pretty wholesome. Like I said, I didn't feel like it was like those old Samsung campaigns where they would bash Apple for not having a feature and then turn around and do the same thing. It didn't feel like that to me. This felt really wholesome, really funny. It was kind of cute and kind of like whimsical, so to speak. So we're going to take a look at one of these. Let me take this down for a second so I can actually present it the right way. Chrome tab. I'll share the audio. All right, bet. Now let's go ahead and try to take a listen. I'm going to turn this up, and y'all let me know if y'all can hear this.
Nothing like a good sunset.
Truth. Pixel. You ever wonder if there's something bigger out there? Something just totally new?
It's funny you should say that. Did you notice anything new about me?
Jojo, I
What
see
is
what
it?
you say.
Your
You
magic
wild.
eraser that can magically remove undesirables from your pics? It is amazing. But I've seen it.
No, it's not that.
Okay,
Is
cool.
it your
Appreciate
VPN that helps keep your info safe? Oh, I want that.
No,
Word is
it's
number
something
one pick.
totally new. You're gonna love it.
Wanyama. I think that's what his name is.
Pixel. I don't like surprises.
Yeah. Ta-da! Oh dear. iPhone?
What year is it? Do we have flying cars yet?
No, but we have folding phones. Wanna play a game?
Oh, heck yeah.
Man,
Oh wow, we're in the thick of it.
Oh yeah, give that big guy the business.
Business being given.
Let's go.
Yeah, and this is just in a series of different little ads that they're doing. Not all of them have the Pixel Fold, but y'all know me being a Pixel Fold fanboy. Being a Pixel Fold fanboy, man, I had to play that one in particular. But like I said, they have a whole little playlist for them. Definitely go and check it out. I think that they're definitely some of the more creative and fun ads. Like, the ad feels so Google, if that makes sense to y'all. Like, yo, shout out to Easy. Look at Easy right there. Studio setup, live stream. And we got a couple members only. Let's go. I know I'm still a freak about my Pokemon stuff. But anyway. Oh, Secret Invasion. I actually need to watch that tonight too. I know that dropped this week. But anyway, back on target. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I didn't see it as a way for them to necessarily be clapping at Apple. Like, they're not bashing the iPhone. They're not doing any of that stuff. But it's gonna show people, like, look, this is your default. Like this phone right here is what you default to, but this is what we have to offer, and I think that that's okay. I think that that's okay as long as they're not bashing, Samsung or anything like that. I mean, bashing Apple or anything like that. It's okay, and I didn't take that as a bash. Like if you took that as bashing, then I don't know. You're just looking for a reason to be pissed off about something. But like I said, it was creative. It was fun. It's a cool little ad, man. It's a cool little ad. So hopefully people don't get too much in their feelings about it. Supposedly some people already are, but it is what it is, man. Yo, BG, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you. JoJo said, I love this campaign. It's a pretty dope ad campaign. I like it. I like it a lot. Hashtag best ad campaign ever. Yeah, man, it's pretty dope. Google went from hashtag get the message to we're fake besties now. Yay. Nah, JoJo, they're real besties. They're real besties. They're real besties. Draft, like I said, is tonight, man. I've already seen some major moves, dog. Obviously, we already knew Spurs was going to take the super tall French dude. The Twins was 4-5. So pretty good stuff. I'm already seeing some of these crazy trades, man. CP3, excuse me, going over to the Warriors. I don't know how I feel about that. Bill going over to the Suns. I still feel like they need depth rather than trying to go out and get more scoring. But who knows, man? That's NBA for you. Give that big guy the business. I know, facts. I love the way League of Legends looked on that big screen, man. Like it looks so good, dude. Like I normally play a little bit of League of Legends. I used to play back in the day. I used to obviously play on a PC, but I might get into Wild Rift just on the Pixel, man. Play that joint for sure. Oh yeah, y'all did pick up the center from Duke. I forget what his name is, LaShawn, but y'all did pick him up. Interesting. Mike said they should bring the headphone jack back so they can really go after Apple. Nah, they're not gonna do that, homie. You already know that. There's way too much money in wireless earbud sales for anybody to bring back a headphone jack. Like only company that's ever gonna stick with that, in my opinion, is gonna be Sony. Sony, and I think Asus is doing it with the Zenfone as well. I think those would be the only two that'll ever, stick with that. Lulu said, people always going to be, in their feelings. At the end of the day, it's just material. Very true. Very true. And, and push come to shove, man, the way that Google sees it, dude, is any type of engagement is good engagement. Even if you go to the video and thumbs it down or you retweet it talking about how Google's trash and they shouldn't have made the ad, you're sharing the video. That's what they want. Google wants this out there for everybody to see. So you're doing them a favor. But with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one on up with a nicely tight bow. Like I said before, easy dropping the podcast right now. So I'm actually about to go tune into that. I know Juan and TK are going to be doing their thing with Best of Our Week later on tonight. Check out those fellas as well. LaShawn's doing it with Open Mic Night tomorrow. And like I said, that's going to be open mic. We keeping it clean to my knowledge. So definitely show up and make sure y'all good there. I can't believe LaShawn actually said, hey, of course, man, you already know it. Even if I'm late checking out the Ignorant Hours, I'm watching it, sir. Members only. But let's go ahead and wrap it up, party people. I'm going to go get some grub, chill, relax. But as always, this is IkesTechTalk. I'll catch you all in the next live stream. Peace.